All right, what is going on, everyone? This is BH Kevy, and today I'm going to show you 5 different tips on how to reduce input delay on either PS4, PC, Xbox. Some of these will be PC exclusive simply because console does not have the option to change these. Before I get into the video, I'm now doing content videos. I will do montages every once in a while when I feel like I have enough good clips. I can't play the game enough to constantly get clips and keep up the standards with the way Fortnite is nowadays. So I'm gonna take the route of showing you guys tips and tricks, cash cut videos, more gameplay highlights, stuff like that. So I really appreciate if you guys keep supporting me. If you only were here for montages, I totally get it, but I'm ready to go down a different direction. So let's get into the video. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna go into this with you guys is someone named Paragon found out about the skins. So there are a set amount of skins, pickaxes, gun wraps, all that stuff that will actually reduce input delay. Now, the first person who really made a video about this was It's Jarian, so I'm going to show you a couple screenshots from his videos. I really hope that doesn't get copyrighted. But all these right here are the best for FPS. Now, if you play comp, you obviously know that's going to be a really big factor when it comes to just higher FPS in-game. Next up, we're going to go into in-game settings. If you are on PC, you obviously know about performance mode. Performance mode is easily the best all around. If you do prefer non-mobile builds, you're still going to have a drastically better performance than you would on DX11 or DX12. That is a very known thing, so I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain that. I like to keep my meshes on low. I don't mind the mobile builds. I like how it feels. It's way more responsive. There was one thing that I have heard about textures, and they say when you have your textures on high or medium, that it actually reduces the stress put on your CPU. Well, after going through some tests and actually trying that out, I came to the conclusion that adding textures and turning it up only makes your delay worse. I was having trouble just double editing with medium textures. I tried high was just nearly impossible. Even medium gave a really bad delay. And the next thing I'm going to get into is the controller input. If you're on PC, the best for input delay is generic. When I play on a Scuff Impact, I just now switched to an Astro controller, but now I'm on a Scuff Impact. The generic to PS4, every time I would plug my controller in, it automatically inputs as a PS4, and that's just the way Fortnite is set up. So anytime you unplug your controller, make sure you check back and see if it got switched. Generic, it is bad to say, but generic for me is almost a little bit too responsive. I like the PS4 input, that's just my preference, but when you are a crack gamer, you know, generic's definitely the way to go. A lot of people have their own preferences. That's definitely my preference. The next thing I'm going to get into, right here, I unbounded it, but right here on your D-pad, if you bind switch mode and edit, I can't explain why, but when you add that to that, it reduces your edit delay. I can't tell you why. I'm not a freaking scientist, but you know, it is what it is. So the next thing I'm going to get into, all right, there's actually 2 things right here that I've noticed increases delay. And the first one's going to be disable pre-edit option. When I disable pre-edits, it adds a delay. Now, I really hope there's people out there who can agree to this, because this is something that I've kind of had my own opinion on. It's not something that anyone's ever talked about. But when you disable pre-edits, it adds a slight delay. Now, obviously, it gets rid of the fact that you can not pre-edit ever. I really wish Fortnite would have kept the reset builds on switch mode, so whenever you pulled your gun out, it would reset your builds back to normal. That was probably the best thing Epic ever did, and it was only here for a short time and they got rid of it. I really wish they would bring it back, so Epic, please bring it back. Confirm edit on release. Some of the best players in the game use edit on release. It is a very beneficial factor in the game of Fortnite, especially since you are eliminating one click every edit. The problem with it is that when you have your gun out and you try to double edit or triple edit, there's no doubt that there is a delay within that. I personally, I'm a boomer, dude. I'm 25 years old and I cannot keep my fingers up like I used to whenever I first started playing this game. So I am grateful for edit on release. I play 30 ping. Edit on release is probably my worst nightmare, and it probably holds me back quite a bit. I'm probably never gonna switch back from it though. I can't even edit whenever I have it off. So if anyone's got any good binds out there for triple editing, let me know. I just swapped my binds not too long ago. But anyways, another thing, replay mode, record large team replays, record creative mode replays. Those are in fact another factor of adding delay to your game. All right, so if you are on PC, these right here will be a couple tips that'll help you reduce delay in your game. If you play on a 240 hertz monitor, it's very recommended to go into your game files, and I will show you exactly how to do that. You're going to want to turn your FPS to 237. When your monitor and your FPS in-game have a 1-to-1 ratio, it's harder for your monitor to keep, I guess you would say, the sync of the frames. When you turn your frames down slightly lower than what your hertz of your monitor is, it helps keep a more stable and steady fluctuation of your FPS. So right here, you're gonna go into percentage, app data percentage. You're gonna go to app data, local, Fortnite game, saved, config, Windows client, game user settings. When you open up your game user settings, you'll see that it looks like a bunch of coding. Well, that's exactly what it is. It's all coding. It is in the game. Okay, so in here, you're gonna change this from 240 to 237. I've also heard different things though. This is my preference. Once you save these settings and you know you aren't gonna be changing your settings in game, if you go down here to properties and you change it to read only, your Fortnite settings are then locked and they cannot be changed. So if you have that problem where you change your settings and then every time you open your game, this is your issue. You have read only on. If you need to do that, just go turn it off. I recommend before you do all this, just go to local, click on Fortnite game, and actually just delete this file. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna delete it, reopen your Fortnite, re-optimize your settings, and then it should give you a nice fresh reset. All right, so I appreciate everyone for sticking through the whole video. I will be doing more videos. This is probably the most awkward my video will ever be. This is my first time doing this and I'm very excited. So make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know in the future what you guys want to see from my channel. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm tired of these montages. I'm tired of being another face in the crowd. It's time to step up, and I appreciate everyone who watched this whole video. If you watched this whole video, please DM me on Twitter. I will follow you back, and I'm excited for the future.